So the next topic, so very important topic, a bit difficult topic, very important, a bit difficult topic. What we have to discuss, generics concept. Okay, keep studying generics topic. So in generics, what is the agenda for the generics? So the first I will explain introduction. First I will go for introduction. Second introduction. Next second one, generic classes. Introduction, generic classes, and then bounded types. Bounded types. Generic classes, bounded types. Bounded types, and then bounded types, and then generic methods, and wild card character. Generic methods and wild card character question mark. Generic methods and wild card character question mark. Next, communication with non-generic code. Communication with non-generic code, and then various important conclusions we have to discuss. Communication with non-generic code, various important conclusions we are going to discuss. Okay, so introduction, generic classes, bounded types. Like, sir, among all these things, very important part is introduction. Make sure you people should have clarity. First, what is the purpose of generics, where we can use this generics concept, right? Okay, now let me talk a bit in detail what is the need or what is the purpose of generics concept, right? Suppose best example, so the total generics concept almost 4 to 5 hours concept. The total generics concept, if I can combine into a single line, sir, can you please, if I keep generics concept into a mixie, if I come take out one line conclusion, single line conclusion, what is the purpose of generics is to provide type safety. To provide, what is the first word? Type safety, and to resolve typecasting problems. Okay, like, sir, what is the purpose of generics? To provide type safety and to resolve typecasting problems. For that purpose we can use what? Generics concept, right? Are you able to understand what is the need or what is the purpose of generics? In a single line, can you explain the main objective of generics is to provide type safety and to resolve typecasting problems. Okay, this same. Then immediately you may ask, sir, what is the type safety or what is the typecasting problem? It is a matter of discussion of next 5 hours concept is this concept only. So first at this point, the main objectives of generics are, to provide type safety, and to resolve typecasting problems. To provide type safety and to resolve typecasting problems. Okay, better to take within the box this total centralized conclusion for total generics is nothing but like, better to highlight within the box the most valuable conclusion for generics. Okay, now case 1, keep subheading type safety. Case 1, Okay, type safety. Case 1, type safety. Okay, type safety. Okay, now very important conclusion. Make sure what is a type safety. Okay, now just listen. Sir, suppose assume one person made a call from London. Best example to understand what is the type safety, right? Sir, one person made a call from London saying, Durga, can you please send all your student names, because I am preparing one naming dictionary. I am preparing one naming dictionary. So can you please share all your student names, so that I will update in my naming dictionary, so that my database will become more worthy. Okay, like so one of my old friend, he requested. So then I asked, what is the use of this naming dictionary? Like, Durga, suppose if you want to name your kid, in the olden days our style is how we can name our kid. Maybe kid name starts with our ancestor name, or otherwise kid name maybe god name or goddess name we are going to keep. But these days that days gone. But these days what the people are going to do, open the Google, Hindu names starts with K, Muslim names starts with M, are getting something like they are immediately. So the list of names are going to come, then the most difficult name the people are going to keep for the kid, are getting. So these days very fancy, open the Google and can you please find out Hindu names starts with K, Muslim names starts with M, or Christian names starts with L, like this type of thing. Durga, such type of application I am updating. Okay, this here. So if anyone searches in the Google, so Hindu names starts with K, immediately my application is also going to listen, my page is going to come, then whenever they can use my database like he requested. Sharing student names is not at all a problem. If I will share their contact information, then there is a problem. Mail ID, mobile number, if I can share, problem. Sharing student names is not at all a problem. Then what I did is, no problem, I will send all the student names, not required to worry, like I took. Then how I can store all 10,000 student information? Sir, I want to store all 10,000 student names. Each name is a string. Are you getting right? Okay, this is. Then I have two options are there with me. One option is take array, or take array list. Are you getting? Either collection you can go for, or array you can go for. Arrays are type safe. Okay, are you getting? Arrays are type safe. Recommended to go for arrays only, but collections are not the type safe. Are you getting? Sir, what is this type safe and so on? Just observe. Sir, how many student names I have to store? How many student names I have to store? 10,000 student names. Let me take string array s is equal to new string array of how much? 10,000 size. Now I created an array with 10,000 size. Now s of 0 is equal to first student name I added Durga. Valid, no problem at all. S of 1 is equal to second student name Ravi, like I added, no problem. S of 2 is equal to, sir, I am thinking somewhere else about the new movie or something like. What I did is, by mistake I added new integer of 10. Can you tell if the code is going to compile or not? Immediately compile time error we are going to get, because sir, S is what type? String array. Then we can add which type of objects? String type. But this one is nothing but what? Integer. How you can add, man, integer type in the place of string? Compiler will give left and right. Are you getting? So exact compile time error what we are going to get. Sir, what that compile time error? Here incompatible type found java.lang.integer required java.lang.string. Then immediately compile time error by default we are going to get. Oh, by seeing that compile time error I am doing some mistake. Immediately what I did is, what I can do, replace, correct that mistake. Sir, it is a mistake. S of 2 is equal to some Shiva like I'm taking. Some Shiva. S of 2 is equal to Shiva like I did. And then I went to the London, I hand over this array, okay, to that London person, right? Are you getting? Wherever a particular type of elements are required to store, highly recommended to go for arrays concept, because the reason is arrays are type safe. Sir, in the case of arrays, there is a guarantee for the type of elements present inside array. Are you getting? There is a guarantee for the type of elements present inside array. String array can contain only string objects. Student array can contain only student objects. Or customer array can contain only customer object. There is a guarantee. By mistake, if you are trying to add, then the code won't compile time error you are going to get. Are you getting that? So, failing the program at compile time, failing the program at runtime, which one is the recommended? Failing the program at compile time, so that I can correct that mistake, proper code or proper thing I can hand over to the client. Are you getting that? Wherever a particular type of elements are required to store, better to go for which concept? Arrays concept, because arrays are type safe. So with respect to type, arrays are recommended to use because there is a guarantee for the type of elements present inside array. By mistake, if you are using any other type, immediately the code won't compile time error you are going to get. Are you able to understand what is a type safety? With respect to type, wherever a particular type is required, highly recommended to go for which concept? Arrays concept, right? But what about collections cinema? That one I will discuss. First, add. Arrays are type safe. Arrays are type safe. Arrays are type safe. Type safe. That is, arrays are type safe. That is, we can give the guarantee. We can give the guarantee. We can give the guarantee for the type of elements. We can give the guarantee for the type of elements. We can give the guarantee for the type of elements present inside array. We can give the guarantee for the type of elements present inside array. We can give the guarantee for the type of elements present inside array. Present inside array. Next para. For example, if our programming requirement is, for example, if our programming requirement is to hold only string type of objects. For example, if our programming requirement is to hold only string type of objects, we can choose string array. We can choose string array. By mistake, if we are trying to add any other type of object, we will get compile time error. By mistake, if you are trying to add any other type of objects, we will get compile time error. Okay, like take this example. String array s is equal to new string array of 10,000. String array s is equal to new string array of 10,000. S of 0 is equal to Durga. S of 1 is equal to Ravi. S of 0 is equal to Durga. S of 1 is equal to Ravi. Like, sir, both are valid or not? Yes, valid. But whenever I am trying to take S of 2, immediately we will get compile time error. So incompatible types found java.lang.integer required java.lang.string string. Next, so that I can correct that mistake, s of 2 is equal to Shiva. I can correct that mistake. S of 2 is equal to Shiva. S of 2 is equal to Shiva, valid. Okay, like completed, right? Okay. Hence, string array can contain. Hence, string array can contain only string type of objects. String array can contain only string type of objects. Only string type of objects. Only string type of objects. Objects. Due to this, we can give the guarantee. Due to this, we can give the guarantee. We can give the guarantee for the type of elements. We can give the guarantee for the type of elements present inside array. Present inside array. We can give the guarantee for the type of elements present inside array. Present inside array. Present inside array. Array. Hence, arrays are safe. Arrays are safe to use. Arrays are safe to use with respect to type. Arrays are safe to use with respect to type. Arrays are safe to use with respect to type. With respect to type. That is arrays are type safe. That is arrays are type safe. Arrays are type safe. That's all. Are you able to understand, right? Okay, this is. Make sure you people should have clear clarity. Sir, what is type safe? Now the word is clear. Sir, wherever a particular type is required, then highly recommended to go for which concept? Arrays concept, because there is a guarantee for the type of elements present inside array. Arrays are type safe, right? Sir, for the same requirement, let me go for collections concept or array list concept. Now listen this one. What will happen is, here observe, requirement is the same. I am taking same requirement. For the same requirement, let me go for collections concept. Here see, sir, I am taking array list L is equal to new array list. Array list L is equal to new array list. I am taking array list object. Sir, now L dot add of Durga, like I am adding, is it valid or not? Valid. L dot add of Ravi, like I am adding, valid or not? L dot add of new integer of 10 I am taking. Is it valid or not? Yes. So valid, because array list can take any type of object, no problem at all. That's why this one is nothing but valid. Now, so I didn't observe the mistake what I did. Sir, I am thinking somewhere by mistake I added integer. I won't get any compile time error. Then happily the code compiles fine. Now I went to the learner. I gave this array list object. To that learner person saying, array, this is the array list which contain all my student names. Happily you can retrieve all the student names and insert in your database, like I told. Then immediately that person may not feel that much comfortable to receive in the form of array list. Array, Durga, last time you took in the form of array. Why this time you took in the form of array list? Array list is not that much comfortable with me, like that person told. Then I asked why. Durga, if it is array, there is a type of elements, there is a guarantee. String array can contain only string element, there is a guarantee. But in the case of array list, can you give such type of guarantee? Like, no, array list can contain any type of object. Then how you bring in the form of string, in the form of array list, like he asked. Then, array, I took very much care. I added only string type of objects. Believe me, can you please take, next time I will bring in the form of array only. Can you please take this time like forcefully I hand out this array list object in his hand and then I came back. Now this person has to retrieve the elements from this array list, right? I gave the word that this array list contain only string object. Now this person trying to retrieve. Here observe this one. At runtime he is trying to retrieve string name1 is equal to string of L dot get of 0. Sir, he got first object. What is the first object, Anna? Durga. Typecasting to string. Now name1. He will add this one in the database. Okay, well. String name2 is equal to string name2 is equal to string of L dot get of 1. String name2 is equal to string of L dot get of 1. Sir, which object we are adding? Which object is there? Ravi. Ravi can be typecast to string. No problem at all. Now, string name3 is equal to string of L dot get of 2. L dot get of 2. Immediately we will get runtime exception, because the reason is internally which object is there? Integer, but I am trying to typecast what form? String form. Immediately this person got runtime exception, saying what is that exception? Class cast exception, right? Immediately we got runtime exception saying class cast exception, right? Are you able to understand? Okay, this is. Then by saying this runtime exception, immediately made a call. Durga, where are you? Is nothing but I am at SR Nagar, like I told. I am at Hyderabad SR Nagar, like. Durga, what you told, your array list can contain only string objects, but now I am getting class cast exception at runtime. So what information you told, man, it's wrong, like that person trying to give left and right. Are you getting? So wherever a particular type is required, wherever only string objects are required, is it recommended to go for array list or not? Not at all recommended, because in the case of array list, we can't give the guarantee for the type of elements present inside array list. Array list is not a type safe. Collections are not a type safe. Observe the point, right? Is it clear for all of you? But what about arrays? Arrays are type safe, right? Are you able to identify the problem? Failing the program at the compile time, failing the program at runtime, which one is the dangerous? Failing the program at runtime, because control is not there in the programmer hand, already hand over to the client. At runtime, failing the program is nothing but the client is going to get left and right. I hope you can able to understand. Wherever a particular type is required, wherever a particular type of elements are required, the collections concept not at all recommended, because collections are not a type safe, right? Okay, this is next para. But collections are not a type safe. But collections are not a type safe. But collections are not a type safe. Not type safe. That is, we can't give the guarantee. That is, we can't give the guarantee. We can't give the guarantee for the type of elements. We can't give the guarantee for the type of elements. We can't give the guarantee for the type of elements present inside collection. We can't give the guarantee for the type of elements present inside collection. Present inside collection. Present inside collection. Next para. For example, if our programming requirement is, for example, if our programming requirement is to hold, only string type of objects. For example, if our programming requirement is to hold only string type of objects, comma, by mistake. One minute. For example, if our programming requirement is to hold only string type of objects, and if we choose array list, comma, by mistake, if we are trying to add By mistake, if you are trying to add any other type of object, by mistake, if you are trying to add any other type of object, if we are trying to add any other type of object, we won't get any compile time error. We won't get any compile time error. We won't get any compile time error. But the program may fail. But the program may fail at runtime. But the program may fail at runtime. Program may fail at runtime. At runtime. Program may fail at runtime. At runtime. That's all. Are you able to understand, right? Okay. The program may fail at runtime. Okay. Add. Take this code now. Array list L is equal to new array list. Array list L is equal to new array list. L dot add of Durga. L dot add of Durga. L dot add of Ravi. L dot add of Durga. L dot add of Ravi. L dot add of new integer of 10. L dot add of new integer of 10. New integer of 10. L dot add of Durga, Ravi, new integer of 10. Dot. Now I am trying to retry. String name 1 is equal to string name 1 is equal to string of L dot get of 0. String name 1 is equal to string of L dot get of 0. String name 2 is equal to string name 2 is equal to string of L dot get of 1. String of L dot get of 1. L dot get of 1. Next, string name 3 is equal to string of L dot get of 2. L dot get of 2. So immediately we will get runtime exception saying, can I spell out what is that exception? Class cast exception. Immediately we will get runtime exception, class cast exception like. Are you able to understand, right? Class cast exception like. Okay. Hence we can't give the guarantee. We can't give the guarantee for the type of elements. Hence we can't give the guarantee for the type of elements. We can't give the guarantee for the type of elements present inside collection. Present inside collection. We can't give the guarantee for the type of elements present inside collection. Due to this, collections are not safe to use. Collections are not safe to use. With respect to type. Collections are not safe to use with respect to type. Collections are not safe to use with respect to type. That is collections are not type safe. That is collections are not type safe. Collections are not type safe. That's all. I hope is that clear for all of you, right? Okay, this is make sure you people should have clarity, right? Sir, wherever a particular type of elements only we want to represent, we want to hold, better to go for which concept? Arrays concept is there. Collections are not recommended because arrays are what? Type safe, right? Now I have one big doubt. Sir, if you want a type safety, already arrays are there. What is the need of new concept like generics? Regarding generics purpose is to provide type safety. If you want to use arrays, if you want type safety, better to go for what? If you want to use, so if you want to get type safety, better to go for what? Arrays concept. What is the need of this generics concept, right? Make sure there is a big problem is there with arrays. What is the problem is? Take a bit very special care. arrays are fixed in size. Are you getting? If you want to use arrays, compulsory we should know the size in advance. Sir, I don't know the size in advance. I don't know the size in advance, but I want type safety. If you don't know the size in advance, then you can't use arrays. But you want type safety, then how you can handle is compulsory some new concept must be required. That new concept is nothing but generics concept, right? Are you able to understand what is the main purpose of generics? To provide type safety to the collections. Are you getting? So collections are growable. If I can add generics with the collection, then automatically I will get what? Type safety, right? I hope you people can able to understand what is the type safety, what is the need of new concept like generics. Okay, this is next up. Case 2. Keep supporting case 2. This is case 1. Next case 2, type casting. Case 2, type casting. Type casting. Sir, so just have you observed the main objectives of generics are, what is the first one? To provide type safety. Second one is what? Typecasting, right? What this problem? To solve typecasting problem. What is the typecasting problem first? Listen this one. Sir, I have one array is there. I have one string array is there. Here just observe. String array is there. I added, for this string array we can add only string type of objects. Sir, I added s of 0 is equal to Durga. I added s of 0 is equal to Durga. Sir, I want to retrieve. What is the first element? I want to retrieve. What is the first element, right? String name 1 is equal to, string name 1 is equal to s of 0. String name 1 is equal to s of 0. Do you know s of 0? S is what type? S is what type? String array. S is what type? String array. In the string array, s of 0 is nothing but first element. First element is what type? String type. There is a guarantee. If there is a guarantee, it is the string type. You can assign directly to the string variable. No problem at all. Typecasting, is it required or not required? Not required because there is a guarantee, boss. S of 0 is always what type? String type. Typecasting not required. Happily it is the valid. Typecasting not required. Typecasting not required. Are you getting? In the case of arrays, at the time of retrieval, we are not required to perform typecasting because there is a guarantee for the type of elements present in array. Okay. But in the case of array list, now observe this one. Sir, I am taking array list. Array list L is equal to new array list. Array list L is equal to new array list. L dot add of Durga. L dot add of Durga, like I am taking. Durga like. Now I want to retrieve. Sir, string name 1 is equal to, string name 1 is equal to, directly I am taking L dot get of 0. Sir, can you tell L is what type? L is what type? Array list. In the array list, first element get of 0. First element is what type? Any type. Is there any guarantee first element in the array list is always a string type? No. It may be integer, it may be student, or it may be customer. There is no guarantee. Then there is no guarantee that it's always string type. Then how you can assign to the string variable? That's why immediately compile time error we are going to get. Are you getting? Compile time error saying what that compile time error Anna? Incompatible types. Incompatible types found. Okay, java dot lang dot object. Found java dot lang dot object. Boss, this first element can be any type. Found required java dot lang dot string. How you can assign? Like compile time error. Even though first element is the string only, but my compiler Can't give any guarantee for that. Boss, the first element can be any time. How you can assign to the string type? Like immediately compile time error you are going to get. Then how I can solve this problem, Anna? String name 1 is equal to string of L dot get of 0. String of L dot get of 0. Is it valid or not? Yes, now it will become valid under typecasting. Is it a mandatory or not? Typecasting is a mandatory. Sir, typecasting is another headache in the case of collections, right? Okay, this is so type safety headache already there. Typecasting is also another headache. To overcome these problems, we should go for which concept? Generics concept, right? Are you able to understand? In the case of arrays, at the time of retrieval, typecasting is not required because there is a guarantee for the type of elements present inside array. But in the case of collection, at the time of retrieval, compulsory we should perform typecasting because there is no guarantee for the type of elements present inside collections, right? Okay, add typecasting, case 2 typecasting. In the case of arrays, at the time of retrieval, it is not required to perform typecasting. In the case of arrays at the time of retrieval, it's not required to perform typecasting. It's not required to perform typecasting. Not required to perform typecasting because not required to perform typecasting. Not required to perform typecasting because there is a guarantee. Because there is a guarantee. There is a guarantee for the type of elements. Because there is a guarantee for the type of elements. There is a guarantee for the type of elements present inside collection, present inside array. There is a guarantee for the type of elements present inside array. Present inside array. Okay, take this part. There is a guarantee for the type of elements present inside array. Add string array S is equal to new string array of 10,000. String array S is equal to new string array of 10,000. S of 0 is equal to Durga. Next, string name 1 is equal to S of 0. At the time of retrieval, not required to perform typecasting. Typecasting not required. Typecasting not required. Completed, I hope. Clear, right? Typecasting not required. Like next para. Typecasting not required. Okay, that's all. Next para. But in the case of collections, at the time of retrieval, compulsory we should perform typecasting. But in the case of collections at the time of retrieval, compulsory we should perform typecasting. Compulsory we should perform typecasting. Typecasting because there is no guarantee. There is no guarantee for the type of elements. There is no guarantee for the type of elements present inside collection. There is no guarantee for the type of elements present inside collection. There is no guarantee for the type of elements present inside collection. Okay, like take this example. Array list L is equal to new array list. Array list L is equal to new array list. Next, L dot add of Durga. array list L is equal to new array list L dot add of Durga. L dot add of Durga. Next, string name 1 is equal to L dot get of 0. String name 1 is equal to L dot get of 0. So compile time method we are going to get incompatible types found java.lang.object required java.lang.string. Incompatible types found java.lang.object required java.lang.string. Java.lang.string string. Java.lang.string. Completed, right? Okay, take this one. String name 1 is equal to L string of L dot get of 0. String name 1 is equal to string of L dot get of 0. Typecasting is required or not required? Typecasting is mandatory. Typecasting is mandatory. Mandatory. Typecasting is mandatory. Completed, right? I hope the terminology is very clear for you people. Typecasting is mandatory. Next para. Next para. Hence, typecasting is a bigger headache. Typecasting is a bigger headache in collections. Typecasting is a bigger headache in collections. I hope you people may aware what is headache, not required to keep explanation. Typecasting is a bigger headache in collections. Okay, this same. So that's all. So how many problems we identified in collections, Anna? First problem is what? Type safety. Second problem is nothing but typecasting problem. To overcome these problems, we should go for which concept? Generics concept, right? Add next para. To overcome above problems of collections, some people, some people introduced generics concept. Some people introduced generics concept in 1.5 version. Some people introduced generics concept in 1.5 version. 1.5 version. Next para. Hence, the main objectives of generics are okay. First one, to provide what is the purpose of generics? To provide type safety. To provide type safety. Second one, to resolve typecasting problems. The main purpose of generics is to provide type safety. First, we can hold only a particular type of object. By mistake, if you are providing any other, compiler should not accept type safety. And to resolve typecasting problems, we are not required to perform typecasting. So to overcome, these are the purposes of generics concept, right? Is it clear for all of you, right? What is the need of generics? Okay, this is.